Staff Sergeant Elena Vasquez stood motionless in the center of the Kethron interrogation chamber, her standard-issue combat armor looking almost primitive compared to the sleek, crystalline technology surrounding her. The chamber itself was a masterpiece of alien engineering, walls that shifted color based on emotional resonance, gravity manipulators that could crush bone with a thought, and atmospheric processors capable of creating any environmental condition imaginable. High General Thexmore circled her slowly, his chitinous exoskeleton clicking against the polished floor with each step. His compound eyes, each the size of a human fist, studied Elena's gear with undisguised contempt. Behind him, a dozen Kethron warriors maintained perfect formation, their biomechanical weapons humming with contained energy. "This is what the mighty human military sends against us?" Thexmore's translator rendered his clicking speech into flat, mechanical English. "Ceramic plates and fabric mesh? We expected more from the species that claims to have conquered its own world." Elena remained silent, her helmet's HUD displaying tactical information that would have impressed even Kethron engineers if they had known to look for it. Her armor's external appearance was deliberately deceptive, standard issue plates that looked like early 21st century ballistic protection, woodland camouflage that seemed laughably primitive, and equipment that appeared cobbled together from scavenged materials. "Our intelligence reports suggested human technology was advancing rapidly," continued the general, his voice carrying the particular disdain that came from 3 centuries of military dominance across 7 star systems. "Yet you arrive wearing armor that our ancestors would have considered obsolete before they achieved spaceflight." Subcommander Rixtal, a younger Kethron with less battle scarring across his carapace, gestured toward Elena's chestplate with one razor-sharp appendage. "Perhaps they send their weakest soldiers first, General. Notice how the fabric appears worn, the metal scratched. This armor has seen many battles and protected no one." Elena's lips curved into the ghost of a smile beneath her helmet. The scratches and wear patterns were indeed from many battles, just not the kind the Kethron imagined. Each mark represented a different energy signature absorbed and analyzed, each scuff a testament to encounters with weapons that could level city blocks. Thexmore moved closer, close enough that Elena could smell the ozone-like scent of his bioelectric systems. "We intercepted your communications, human. Your commanders refer to you as the Armor Test Unit. Even your own species considers you expendable." The truth was more complex than the general realized. Elena wasn't expendable, she was invaluable. The Army's most classified project, wrapped in layers of misdirection and bureaucratic camouflage. Her armor wasn't primitive. It was the most advanced defensive system ever created, designed to look unremarkable while housing technology that bent the laws of physics. "Shall we demonstrate the futility of human military technology?" Thexmore asked his subordinates, who responded with synchronized clicking that Elena's translator identified as aggressive approval. Subcommander Rixtal stepped forward, his primary weapon extending from his forearm like a living thing. The biocannon was a Kethron marvel, a weapon that fired concentrated dark energy capable of destabilizing molecular bonds. It could reduce a main battle tank to its component atoms in less than a second. "This is what we use to pacify rebellious worlds," Rixtal announced, the weapon's organic components pulsing with building energy. "Your primitive armor will provide less protection than paper." Elena finally spoke, her voice calm and measured. "Standard engagement protocol suggests you warn targets before firing. Gives them a chance to surrender." The Kethron warriors clicked in what their translators identified as laughter. "Consider yourself warned, human." The dark energy blast hit Elena's center mass with enough force to crater a mountainside. The interrogation chamber filled with blinding light as exotic particles tore at the fabric of local spacetime. When the afterglow faded, the Kethron expected to find scattered atoms where the human had been standing. Instead, Elena remained upright and unharmed. Her armor showed no visible damage, not even scorch marks. More disturbing was the fact that she appeared to be glowing with a soft, inner light that pulsed in rhythm with something like a heartbeat. "Impossible," Thexmore whispered, his compound eyes dilating in shock. Elena looked down at her chest plate, where complex patterns of light now danced beneath what had appeared to be simple ceramic. Actually, it worked exactly as designed. She flexed her fingers, and the glow intensified. Human armor doesn't just protect against attacks, it learns from them. The light patterns spread across her entire suit, revealing the true nature of what the Kethron had dismissed as primitive technology. Quantum processors networked throughout the armor's structure. Metamaterials that could restructure themselves at the molecular level. Energy conversion systems that turned incoming attacks into usable power. The ceramic you see is a storage medium, Elena explained, taking a step forward. The Kethron warriors instinctively backed away. Every energy signature, every impact, every attempt to damage the wearer gets analyzed, categorized, and stored. After the first hit, the armor develops immunity. Sub-Commander Rixtal fired again, desperation overriding tactical thinking. This time, the dark energy beam simply flowed into Elena's armor like water being absorbed by a sponge. The glow intensified, and hairline cracks of light began spreading across the chamber's crystalline walls. The really clever part, Elena continued, her voice taking on an almost conversational tone, is what happens to all that stored energy. She raised her hand, and the air around her fingers began to shimmer with barely contained power. Human military doctrine has always emphasized adaptability over raw firepower. We don't just want to survive your attacks, we want to understand them, improve them, and eventually use them better than you do. Thexmore's exoskeleton began secreting stress pheromones as he realized the true scope of human engineering. You're not a soldier. You're a weapon. I'm Staff Sergeant Elena Vasquez, United Earth Defense Corps, she replied. But yes, I'm also a weapon. The question you need to ask yourself is whether you want to see what I can do with 3 centuries worth of stored Kethron military technology. The chamber fell silent except for the rising hum of energy building within Elena's armor. The Kethron warriors looked to their general, waiting for orders that would determine whether first contact between their species would end in negotiation or annihilation. Elena stood patient and still, a human-shaped constellation of absorbed alien power, waiting to see which choice they would make.